It's like the handle could be slightly off to the side.
So bad news, everyone. The timer went down, but Tori is missing.
My video's on.
Oh no! Oh wait!
No.
She's back! She's
We're
back!
all just frozen. We're all just frozen.
Oh shit, did I close Discord? Hold on.
Hi.
Oh dear.
Are you guys back?
Yeah.
Hey, we found her.
I'm gone.
Oh no, you guys are frozen again. Hold up. Let's see if I can fix this.
The wonders of modern technology, everyone.
Oh no, does it freeze you guys? Oh, okay. So, this is... Oh, I think my internet's just chugging.
Oh, no.
This is the real test. So, everybody in chat, this is my first time streaming from the new apartment. Well, my second time streaming from the new apartment, first time streaming Dungeons and Dragons. And it appears like my internet can't really handle doing both at the same time. Or, hold on, can we see everybody right now? Is it going?
I think so.
So I need
I think we're getting... Yep, we're looking good, sort of, now.
Yep, I need to keep the Discord window open so that it prioritizes Discord over every other application.
Oh, jeez.
That's not good. We'll fix that later.
We'll figure it out in post.
Anywho, welcome back everybody to Dandrew Streams. Tonight we're playing more Skyheart, our D&D 5th edition campaign. If you haven't been following and don't understand what's going on, unfortunately you do need to watch from the very beginning on YouTube. You have to stop watching right now and watch, I'd say, about 30 hours of content. So set aside your whole week and I'm sure you'll be able to get through it. Or you could just watch and it'll make sense along the way.
Yeah, but for folks who don't want to do either, here's a very slight recap of everything that happened last arc. Our crew, our magnificent crew, went out in search of answers. There are mysterious gems that keep these floating isles afloat. They are called the Sky Stones, and there is a mysterious organization known as the librarians that are after these Sky Stones. They have attempted various times in the past to destroy the Arcane Consulate, the keeper of these Sky Stones, in order to gain access to them. Last arc, they found themselves in New Haven, it's a pirate town. Like, I don't know how much more clear I can be. It's just a pirate town. And in this pirate town, they met with a cultish group known as the Deadeyes, which sent them on a mission to reclaim 3 souls, which sent them to eventually assassinate Gavik, a person that Zigzil, our paladin, used to work for, and he's just a bad, bad man. One of the things that notably makes him bad is he was killing orphans and making them yum-yum special meat and tainting them with, anchor blight, which is bad because it's just a very infectious, no good, very bad thing. Cattails here. With that, the group was able to defeat them and found ties to their captain, heading back to Tri-Capital. They also left with meeting with the king, the Arcane Consulate on New Haven, who pretty much didn't care that Dyer was attacked and seemed to only be after more power and more monetary value. The party tricked him and was like, no, everything's normal on Dyer. And the king was like, sure, Jan. And the party left to go back to Tri-Capital in an effort to find out more information. Before we go on today, there's another announcement I would like to say. So you guys might have noticed our theme song changed up a little bit. That's because we commissioned a fabulous, wonderful musician, literally real, on Fiverr. You should totally go and check out his stuff. He is fantastic. He is amazing. And he makes all these really fantastic theme songs. And our second announcement is, whilst our players were on a 1-month break, we all decided to get together just as friends and play a one-shot. We are actually going to have Beth give a little bit of a synopsis of that one-shot, just so that way you guys are aware of hey, if this item comes out, this is why it's here.
So I'm gonna warn you now. I'm not super great at this synopsis business, but I'm gonna do my very best. Essentially, what happened in the one shot is, at the end of our on-stream session, we were at the Tipsy Tower and we went up to go see Kit, right? I think Kit, and to see, because we were like, "Yo, she's sick. Let us see her." And then we found some stuff, right? Not great. And we all passed out. During our off-stream one shot, we all woke up at the entrance to a carnival. Weird, right? How'd you get there? Digit wasn't around. We're like, where he be? Where he's at? We go in, our clothes change, everything's super different. A bunch of faceless figures everywhere. We see a child with stark white hair. We follow him all over this carnival. We go through a bunch of stuff. We find Digit. He is a stuffed cow, like a stuffed animal you find at a carnival, right? So we carry him around, and we go through. Sorry, I'm terrible at this.
You're doing great.
Thanks. We go into a room. We follow this kid into a tent where there's a calliope, which is, if you don't know what that is, because I didn't know what that is, it's basically kind of like a piano. It's an organ that plays itself, kind of like a self-playing piano, but an organ. There were different sheets of music, and in that room was a thing. It's a little riddle. It says, play the tune, unlock me from this. Oh no, despite my edges, you know me well. Play the tune to unlock me from this hell. Play the song that you know me best. Then unlock the door and finish your quest. So we started playing off with the bittersweet lullaby, and then we are all whisked off to another tent. And in line, Selfie bought candy floss for everyone to share.
Oh.
That's not important, but there it is. We give our tickets to the ticket master because we just have tickets for some reason, right? They're just appearing. And he says, be careful the choices you make. The story might change each time you go through. So we all go through. It's crazy. The four of us, because Digit is a stuffed animal at the time, we go in and we hear there are two paths. And so V and Six will go towards the path that has this sound of a child laughing, and Selfie and Carva turn down the hall where calliope music is playing. The ladies see the child holding hands, the one that we have been trying to follow, with two older figures, one man dressed well with long white hair, and the other is a woman with bobbed brown hair wearing a sundress. And we hear the child say, we went to the circus to hear the calliope play. And Carva and Selfie end up splitting off. Carva goes to a room that ends up shrouded in darkness. I believe it was towards a child screaming. So she goes to the room and she stays perfectly still. And then she feels something like a monster in that room breathing down her neck, essentially. And then when the monster leaves, as she's leaving that room, she hears another child scream and ends up running into the kid, and she gets a cicada shell. Selfie goes to a room that smells like smoke. She ducks and rolls and saves the kid from a falling beam because something is burning. And then goes towards a room which was it? Sorry, I'm losing my brain. Seagulls.
Right?
I go to
Yeah.
a seagull room, which isn't a room, it's a boat.
Skygull.
Skygulls. So thank you, Dandrew.
Ain't got no C's.
We don't have C's, we only have skies.
And A's and B's.
C's and A's and B's. So I go to a Skygull sound and I see the kid, and I also get a cicada shell. Great, right? The boys go to a room and they hear something in that room, and I don't remember what it is because I have no brain. Anyone want to fill that in? Liam? David?
So everyone kind of goes through these branching paths, and they see these different scenarios play out, and they intervene in different ways in order to kind of progress the story. Eventually, everyone comes to the end, to the conclusion, and everyone has a cicada shell in their hand. When they return, they're able to put that cicada shell in the door, and it unlocks the first lock, but there's still 2 that remain. So, Beth, why don't you tell everyone else about the second tent?
Great, because I'm very bad at rambling on. The second tent, we all get in, and Digit is no longer a stuffed animal. Weird, right? Just what the
Whoa.
heck?
It's
We all
almost
do
like I
different
showed up late.
performances. Almost like he showed up late. Crazy, right? So we all do different performances because there's a kid on a tightrope, and we're like, whoa, that's dangerous. And it's the kid that we've been trying to follow this whole time. And so we got to do performances. Selfie is like, come here, can I get an audience? Right? You do the trick, and oh, everyone's impressed. And V tries to do some, fire cannon stuff, and they're kind of like, okay, sure. Carva, I think she does some parkour. It was pretty cool. I can't remember what the others did. It was probably really cool. So we all do these performances, and the kid he like jumps down. It was terrifying, but he lands fine. He's okay. And we wowed the crowd. It was great. And then I think we left that room somehow.
The child handed Digit a dagger.
Thank you. Sorry. So we get the dagger, and then that stabs into the door. And the last one is completely blank to me in my mind. And
So for the last room, the group, before they went in, were able to do a few skill challenges where everyone won little prizes. These prizes might crop up. You might see a rubber mallet crop up. You might see some lip gloss that's very glittery crop up. You might see some swirly glasses crop up. So that's what you guys might see during this session. But this last tent was just a riddle challenge, which the party went through, found a bunch of items that corresponded to riddles, which at the end, they got a music box. And then at the end, they were able to open up the door. When they did, they saw this young child, now a young man, perform an elaborate ribbon dance before landing on the ground. And giving a bow with albatross wings wrapping around him. The party then woke up. What did they see when they wake up, Beth?
So we all wake up. We laying on the floor in Kit's room, right? And the door opens. And you know who's there, everyone? Suspense. It's Zephyr. And then he passes out and falls down, I think. If I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, no, he was passed out when you guys all woke up.
Oh, okay, sweet. So he's there, passed out on the floor, and we're like, huh? What's that about?
Sweepy buddy.
Perfect. Thank you for that recap. That was really good, Beth.
It was really bad, but thank you for being nice.
It was great. You covered all the bases.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Just a reminder, Dandrew, there is a divine intervention that was completed over the course of the week. For those watching on VOD and for those live in chat, divine intervention is, Connie, can you fill them in?
Ooh.
I can. Divine Intervention is a way for live viewers to interact with our D&D game. Once a Divine Intervention goal is reached with Dan Bucks, we get to choose which god of Skyheart intervenes with our story. I put a link in the chat. That link goes to a document that explains all the different gods of Skyheart. We got your beacons, we got your anchors, we got your cattails, maybe some mirth. Who knows? Like, I don't remember which god we invoked last, but we can only invoke one at a time, and there's only 5 available. I don't remember which one we had last, but
Albatross.
I think last one was Albatross.
Was the last one.
Albert Ross.
Albert
Okay.
Ross!
So you guys are going to have your choice between Aegis, Anchor, Beacon, Cattail, or Mirth. And you should click on that link and find out what each of those gods do.
Yeah.
And we are going to change it up now a little bit. So whenever these happen, I am going to get a token, which I can pull out at any time to be like, hey, remember when? And I'll pull out the token and I'll expend it. So that way, this kind of makes a little bit more sense story-wise. Sound good, guys?
Okay, yeah, I like that. That's fun. And
Right.
if you guys want, I can start that poll now if we want to drop a 5-minute poll on everybody.
Yeah, there's enough folks in chat.
Bam! All right, poll's live. I hope y'all
Vote.
read up on what the deities do. Aaron,
Aaron,
you gotta vote.
Michael,
No,
Aaron,
Mike is not Michael. It's Mike.
Michael.
Mario?
right. So, without further ado, also, hi Faye, I see you in chat. Without further ado, you all wake up in Kit's room. And I'm going to change up, even though this music is probably the most beautiful music I've ever heard. We're gonna switch it up. Here we go. You guys wake up in Kit and Kat's room. You see Kit kind of dreamily looking at you guys, smiling, nose all red, puffy under eyes, definitely still looking sick as a dog. When you hear like footsteps coming up the stairs and you see Kat, her twin sister, kind of looking over the scene of most of you all passed out, or kind of slowly getting up from the ground, seeing just the passed out teenager in the doorway. Just kind of, you see the mental calculations going on in this woman's head as she goes, wow, this is going real great for you. So if you all could just leave here. I already cleared it with V. You all have a room here, and V is going to pay me back at the end. And yeah, you know, just leave this room. And if you have to go outside, don't like hang around out there. Just so you know.
Why shouldn't we hang around outside?
Oh, you're gonna find out so soon.
Ooh.
I think Kit needs to see a doctor. We have a doctor on our ship.
I would really like you to leave. I cannot be any more clear, but I thank you for that advice that you gave to me unsolicited. So good for me. So good.
We're really good at giving unsolicited advice.
I love it.
Sophie,
yeah, maybe we should go.
Sophie's just gonna kind of like straighten her clothes real quick and get up and be like,
Listen, we just had a episode. You need to explain what's going on.
okay, you guys, why don't we
Actually-
just not right now, okay? I think we need some time to process what just happened. Wouldn't you agree? And she'll stare you down with daggers in her freaking eyes. She'll be like, come on, let's
Come on,
just
guys.
go.
We've been asked to leave. Let's go. I agree with Selfie.
Thank you, V. Thank
Okay.
you.
I need
She'll
to.
walk
Kyra will
out.
start nodding.
Can I do an insight on this whole situation?
Yeah, what are you trying to kind of figure out here? What is your intention upon looking on this situation?
Just like the why is she trying to rush us out of here, and V's speaking up rather aggressively, and he doesn't usually do that, and we've literally just came up here to look around and passed out, and Zixo at this point is just like, what is going on?
For sure. So I would say that would be two separate insight checks. One would be into Kat and one would be into V. V, you can choose to either take a passive role or you can choose to roll, and you can whisper if it's persuasion or deception,
Yeah,
because I know you like
I'll
to keep
whisper
that
to you.
stuff close to your chest.
Add a seat to GM. This one.
Okay. So that first one, Zigsil, is that for Kat or is that for V?
Cat.
Okay, with a 14, I would say this is not a very hard check. You have seen that Kat is rather protective of her sister in her past. You've seen her kind of usually stepping between her sister and whomever else is just like zeroing in on her. And you suspect this is a continuation of that. And if you want to roll the next one, and then we will have V give the response to what you see.
14.
With a 14, V is rather inscrutable right now. He's put on like that. The moment he spoke up, he put on that calm face again, straight after. But at the moment, from what you could tell, he probably does think it's a good idea to just leave it alone for now. But that's what you're able to get with a 14.
I guess I'll kind of look at the rest of the group and kind of shrug.
Yeah, I think
Sophie will like wave you forward, like, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here.
we're being rude. Yeah, we should go.
Wow, like, feel free to come down to the bar for world famous potatoes.
Are
Yay.
they really world famous?
Sure.
Now.
I want an insight check. No.
They're not. They're not world famous. I feel like Zigzil could tell you, just like, they are, and you just see Zigzil, like, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of taking control of your character here, David, but I could just see him looking at Ditchit, making direct eye contact, and just like
We've had their potatoes. They are not world famous.
No.
they are potatoes. But yeah,
They
you guys
definitely
go
exist.
down. You are handed keys as you go down, and I would say you would all notice this as you all leave the room, and I'm sure one of you is taking Zephyr with you. You see that Kat takes a key out of her pocket, locks the door with 3 different keys before ushering you all down.
That's intense. I'm not gonna comment. She won't comment out loud, but she will note mentally. That's intense.
Mhm.
A lot going on here.
Mhm. Okay, so with that, you all are shown to your room, and this would be a really great time for you guys to recoup and figure out, what are you gonna do?
Very good question.
Yeah. Do we want to talk in character or out of character? How do we want to do
I
that?
would recommend for this that you guys step out of character and as players discuss what you would like to do. Talk about actionable next steps. I'm going to, for the next 5 minutes, be silent and let you guys do planning. If I notice you guys are kind of starting to spiral and circle, I will step in. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been a hot second. So if I may, I think Digit's actually got a pretty hot lead because he's got a relationship with Travok, the guy with the Mercs Guild, who was technically the guy that got us the job on the ship. So even though he's technically working as a subsidiary of the Merchants Alliance, like, I think he might be a good thread for us to pull on.
Yeah. I know Selfie's trying to find something with the captain. I'm gonna double check my notes really quick.
Should probably pull up my notes too. I know
Who
we're
else?
following a threat for the captain here.
Yep, we are trying to follow that thread.
Yeah.
Who else has a contact on this island? Who else knows people on this island?
Technically, V does through the Merchants Alliance. No, it's not the Merchants Alliance, the Sailors Guild. I think. Crap, I need to double check my backstory. Fuck, it's been a while.
I think Zixel was just sent to this island. He doesn't have a contact here, I don't think.
Yeah, not a
That is
Yeah,
correct,
Merchants
Big Sil.
Alliance.
yeah, not a big network to pull on there.
I mean, there's still technically the payment that V's owed from the Merchants Alliance for completing the, well, delivery, but
Yeah, reading into what Kat's been telling us, though, I'm thinking there's something up, and we might want to try and keep as low a profile as possible. Still,
agree
though,
with that.
Yeah.
As a player, there's so much going on with these two, it wouldn't make any sense to me not to try to figure out what's going on.
that's fair.
oh,
Yeah,
with
that's
with
fair.
Kit and Kat, I think we've
Right.
because last session we pried a bunch. We basically strong-armed Kat into letting us into her room, and she's pissed at us. I think if we push any further, we're gonna burn that bridge.
I agree. I think it's something that our characters could talk about, but definitely not pushing the subject. But I know Selfie's gonna want to try to talk to V and be like, "What up, V? How's it going?" Check-in time, if that's cool with you, Liam.
Always cool with me.
I'm so down for this. It's time to pull you into the spotlight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
So talking about next steps though, the Mercs Guild first maybe. Not Merchants Alliance, but Mercs Guild.
Yeah, that
Where
might
you
be a
ha-
good starting point.
has his contact, Travak.
Yep. He was a chill dude, and I think I left it off on a good note with him. The last time anybody talked to Travak was session 1, like literally first episode.
Yeah.
So it
I
has
think
been a hot
Selfie
minute.
saw him in passing. I think.
Little dwarf with a bow tie.
I think he was angry. I can't remember.
Oh no. I think at the very least he's a good start, and we might be able to get more intel from him, especially like if we're looking for librarian activity, or if we're looking for like last known location of the captain, or like known associates. Like I feel like he could give us the clue in, and there would at least be more paths after we meet with him.
Do we want to send Cal to do any research on our behalf?
Wasn't he already researching something?
Oh, he has your guys' answers. I will give you those before you guys leave on this adventure. Because it's been
Alright.
enough time.
Okay. Would we want to discuss now the next research thing just to get it out of the way, or later? Either is fine. I don't care. I just want to make sure we get it done eventually.
If Cal's like free to do more research, I feel like we should utilize
Heck yeah.
his
We'll get him on
talents.
it. What do we want him
Um,
researching?
What did we have him researching before? Something.
If you look on his character sheets,
Thank you.
you will see the current questions. I actually have to go and update that because you guys were just on the ship for 7 days. So I'm going to go ahead and update that then.
Cal. Yeah, ways to deal with anchor stuff, namely infection, besides killing. Treatments and the like, possible cure. History of people using anchor infections in general to their advantage, weaponizing it. And the third slot's open.
And the second one, I just updated it, would have elapsed during your time of travel. So I will be giving you that one. So you'll have 2 slots open.
I have a
Okay.
good question for Cal, actually.
Ooh,
Now that I think about it.
what's
Did we
your good
ever-
question?
We'll wait.
Did we ever have Doc get any potions for us?
If you want, we can say during that 7-day journey that you could have asked to do that. So if you want to kind of take this time to really like cement in, like, this is what we wanted to do during that time, because I know we rushed through it for the sake of getting to a good endpoint, now is the time.
Yeah, because in a 1 work week for 100 gold, we can get greater healing potions.
Oh, yeah. I just realized
We
that
have 100 gold to spare, though, is the issue.
Digit's got 261 gold on his person.
I have
Oh.
412.
Oh, right.
Just so you guys know
Oh,
that-
right, I spent all my gold. That's why.
Just so you guys know, this would be 1 greater healing potion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's 1
Still-
week each.
Yes.
Still, 100
Yeah.
gold for greater healing? That's pretty good.
Mhm.
That's not bad. Although, so does it take her 1 week to make 1, or is it 1 week per batch?
1 week to make 1.
Oh.
I'll fork over the gold to give Digit an extra healing.
Oh, thank you. Do I have any healing I don't. Oh wait, no, I've got 1 basic healing potion.
Yeah, so I'll subtract 100 gold, and you can have a greater healing potion.
Oh,
Perfect. You guys have a greater healing potion. So you have that, and then you guys wanted to ask Cal to look up a question for you guys, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What is your question?
Okay, V will ask Cal. Though this would only really make sense after this encounter with Kit and Kat, because he's going to ask Cal to research magical. Do some research into magical effects involving the mind or visions of the past. And he'll describe everything that has happened with Kat, or it's Kit, the one that's showing
Kit.
these
So
powers.
Kit is the nice one. Think of a healing kit. It's here to help. Cat is
Gotcha.
the mean one. Think of a mad cat.
Gotcha. So he's basically going to describe what happened to Kit. He wants Cal to find any other examples, like any other recorded examples of this happening, and what people did when they encountered people with these sorts of powers.
So, previous or other examples and how people react.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a hard question. I'm putting it on there now. I'm going to give you the answer to your medium question to open up that second slot. So Cal would tell you guys about how people have weaponized infections and diseases before to wipe out different populations in order to get what they want. This was actually kind of a common barbaric practice that happened in the down below long ago. It's something that, in terms of like the anchor infection, there really hasn't been recorded cases of doing this. But mind you, at the beginning of the Ascension, after like the Ascension happened, there was a great amount of time, which Selfie and Carver would know, where history wasn't being recorded because people were just trying to make it through the day. So there's a possibility, but there's nothing recorded about it.
Okay. Interesting. So we've got an open slot there now, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a question for Cal. How many slaps would it take to cook a chicken?
Stop.
Like the kinetic energy of a slap. How many?
Okay, I can actually answer that question. By the time you actually give enough kinetic energy into the chicken to convert it to enough heat energy to cook it, the chicken would be destroyed. So technically, there is no amount.
There's a
Thank
YouTube
you.
video that proves otherwise. It's about 160,000.
Oh my
That
god.
that is based on theoretics and assumes the chicken has enough, like, constitution in order to withstand that sort of kinetic force.
All right. Do you
I'm
guys
funny.
have a second question?
I don't.
I'm trying to think of one. I might have one coming up, but if someone else has one, they can jump in.
That's fucking hilarious.
I take that silence as a no. I don't have a question fully formed yet. Would I be able to?
Pitch me the softball idea, and then you and your party can kind of throw it back
Okay,
and forth.
great, wonderful. So my thought is we try to. Oh God! It literally left as soon as I tried to.
You got this. What
I have
was
to
it
think about it
like
again.
regarding? Like, we've got a lot of mysteries we've got going on.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I had like, here's an idea, maybe something regarding this, and then that left my brain.
We could leave it open for now, just because, I mean, so he's working on ways to deal with anchor stuff. He's working on researching magical effects involving the mind in visions. So, like, specifically what's going on with Kit. And then after that, man, what else could we have him research?
Because I don't want to. I don't necessarily want to keep going for a million hard questions that are going to keep him, locked down for
what
every
kind
single
of-
session.
What kind of questions are we limited to? Can we like say, hey, go research, say, the location of a magical item or something like that?
Yeah, that's something you can ask.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'll ask him to do some research on any rumors of any treasure or magical items that might be useful to us.
I like
What's
that.
useful to you guys?
Do we want something
Guns.
that'll...
No.
I think guns exist in this world. But oh well.
Do we want weapons? Do we want Ooh, maybe armor? Would that be cool?
That'd be useful.
Wands
Armor
could help.
for
If
who,
we think
though?
if we think we're headed towards more battle.
I
I
don't think we've been
mean,
towards battle for a while, but
Probably are.
Or we could just settle for treasure too, like a
Oh
just a
yeah,
lump
like
sum of gold.
some money. Yeah, I mean, it's always a good idea to have more money.
Hey kid, you know any treasure maps?
Oh boy.
I don't really. I could find some. I'm very good at finding things if it's in books.
Yeah, I'm in the mood for a treasure hunt sometime.
Okay. I'll try to find something like that.
At least
Try
give
to
him
verify-
a high five.
try to make sure it isn't a blue milk run sort of treasure map. If that's
A what?
possible. Oh, blue milk run. Essentially, blue milk doesn't exist. We want to be chasing something that does.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah, I
so
can do that.
confused.
I don't know if Tori would want to waste our time like that, but
I know, but
I had a couple Cal ideas I could throw on the table too.
Ooh.
One could be he could continue decoding Gavik's journal for us.
Oh, was that not fully
Ooh, that's a great
decoded?
idea.
We only got 3 pieces of evidence decoded.
oh, then I'd say
And
that's
then-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great idea.
priority.
My other idea would be he hopped onto the ship with us secretly, or he got put on the ship from this island, I think. And I wonder if he remembers enough to try to like
He should
backtrack
probably
from where
try
he
to hide
came
some.
from.
Oh yeah, what neighborhood
Yeah.
he was in when he got jumped?
Mhm.
But I don't know if he has strong memories of that from before or not.
So I would say the decoding of the book is something he can do first because that's technically an easy question now, as you guys already pretty much did the hard part. It's just putting together the scrap pieces of paper, right?
Yeah.
So that's an easy question that you can do, and then you can do the medium question afterwards, which is, hey, do you know of any lost treasures? And then after that, aside from all of that, he can help you retrace his steps. That's easy enough. You would just need to tell him like when you would want him, and then he'll help you out with that.
Alrighty.
I don't know if that would be useful or not, but I was just thinking that he hopped on the ship here with us as well, so something interesting to know.
All right. So it sounds like your current plan is you're going to make contact with Travok. Then you're going to try to retrace Calston's steps. Is there anything else you guys intend to do on this island? Or are you just going to kind of take it from there and see what happens?
I think take it from there because
Yeah.
that'll open up more avenues for us to track librarian activity. That'll open up more avenues for us to try and track down the captain. As of right now, we're going in blind.
Yeah.
And we should lay low for a little bit at first. I'm
Oh
thinking.
yeah, Travok might be able to help us lay low too. Might be able to help us move.
Hmm.
We'll see what we can get from him.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So it's mid-afternoon now. So you guys still have time in the day if you want to go out now. You could always go out at night as well. I think, Digit, you would know. Usually, Travok will stay like pretty late into the night trying to finish things up, but not too late to the point where you can go out at like midnight and he'd be there. So it's up to you guys how you would like to proceed with that. I think V would take this time to also tell you guys that like the Tipsy Tower is a safe haven. I'm actually going to transfer you over to the map.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Beth, if you wanted to have that talk, now would be a good time.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, after V does all that, the whole this is our place, this is our base of operation, she'll be like, cool. And maybe people do stuff, and she's like, hey, V, you want to go take a stroll to the other side of the room? I don't know.
Okay, that's a bit of an odd one, but sure.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's okay. And she'll go over and she'll probably
You're
sit
not
down.
usually this unsubtle unless you need something or you want to talk about something, but fine, fair enough.
Well, I just figured that you would probably rather have some privacy during a conversation. So I guess I kind of noticed that
Mhm.
Cat seemed a little dodgy there for a bit and mentioned something. Is there like what's going on? You seemed a little off.
Oh, well, I owed Kat a favor from a while ago. She helped me find some pretty good medals a few years back. So I owe her a favor. She wants to ride on the ship and get off on the next island, no questions asked.
I assume Kit will be coming with us then?
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, if they
That
had
is the
just
long and
asked,
short of it.
yeah, I mean, if she had just asked us openly, everyone would have agreed without question anyway.
The thing
So,
about Kat is that if you have
yeah,
a problem, she's not very trusting.
no, she's not. Well, I figured I'd double check, just make sure everything was okay, because I didn't want, if there's anything that we need to know.
Of course.
Okay. Because I won't spread your secrets if you, like, we all have our secrets.
If there was anything that was relevant, I'd tell you.
She'll think on this for a moment and just go,
You can insight him if you want.
She doesn't, like, here's the thing is she knows she's probably not going to get much, but she knows she doesn't necessarily completely believe him.
That's completely
like-
fair.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not so sure, but I have to take his word for it, because, like, that's what he'd be saying, and, like, she's already got a gut feeling, like, he's not telling me everything, and that's okay, and she'll at this point just look at him and be like, well, if you ever decide to open up a little more, you know where I'm at. You can always pull me to the side. It's not a big deal. It should be like, and no, you don't have to worry about getting all soft on me. It's fine. So, anyway, shall we maybe go get some drinks?
Actually, not too bad an idea, although maybe not from here. The ale tends to be... Well, it depends on who's serving it. Cat makes
That's
it
true.
competent.
Yeah. We should probably apologize to her. We were a bit aggressive, mostly
Well-
me, but I'm gonna say we because it feels nice.
Well, regardless, I don't think apologizing will probably do too much right now. We should let her cool off for a while.
I didn't
I
say
don't-
now, but you're
Well,
right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
That's all
Um,
she wanted, so I'm done.
That was good. Solid scene, gang. So you all kind of reconvene together. So you haven't answered my question. When are you going to Travox?
Oh, right.
I think it's a good idea to go to Travax as his shift is ending, like later in the night. 'Cause there will be
Okay.
less people there. It'll draw less attention.
Perfect. So you guys can definitely do that. Do you want to do the cowl thing at all during this time, or do you guys just kind of want to lay low for a little bit?
Well, opinion,
Mhm.
and people can disagree. We were told to lay low. And I think at least taking one day just to lay low for a bit, to just kind of settle in, might be a good call. Just a thought.
I think so too.
For sure.
I would agree.
Perfect. Sorry, I interrupted you guys. If you do want to, something else you guys can do is try to get a gauge of the land, just to be like, what the H is going on?
Yeah, there is something that V
Yes.
definitely wants to look into, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what that is, Tori.
For sure, but I also
I'll-
saw
I'll
that David
whisper you.
raised his hand.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry.
Go ahead, David.
Since we are kind of blind, I mean, we only have the one lead. That not saying that we shouldn't go do that, because that does seem like a good course of action. But we are in a bar, and we could probably someone with a higher investigation than I have could probably try to pick up on some rumors, on some leads or something to give us more direction.
It's interesting that you say that. This would be just a general charisma check if that's something you want to do, Zig.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because it's not so much like trying to like search and explore as you are just like, hey, I'm an affable guy. Tell me a little bit about what you've heard.
Yeah, I'll spend the night if we're taking the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of spend the evening kind of talking to people and trying to pick up on some stuff.
Perfect. Go ahead, make me general charisma check. 15. With a 15, you hear the following thing. The first thing you hear is apparently the guards are on high alert. There was a act of treason committed where a boat was stolen from the Merchant Alliance.
Oh, good.
So that's the first thing you hear, and this is what everyone's a tiz about. The second thing you hear is that there are tensions between the guards and a rebel group. The rebel group is demanding, more representation, higher pay, stuff like that.
Normal rebel
That
stuff.
fun stuff. Normal rebel stuff.
Normal stuff.
The third thing you hear with a 15, and you really overhear it, and you're not able to get more information, is there is a flare-up of Aegis on this island.
Interesting. So what do you mean by
Aegis
flare
or
up?
Anchor?
Aegis.
Whoa, okay.
This is said in passing, so if this is something you want to pursue, this would be a persuasion check.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to pursue that.
Roll me a persuasion.
has a little bit of interest in the Aegis, just because he's friends with Digit. So
Yeah, it's like your buddy and pal.
Heck yeah.
19. Perfect. With a 19, you're able to kind of gain some more information out of this person. They say something along the lines of, sorry, I keep hiccuping. I need a minute.
Get them hiccups
Okay.
out.
Yeah. So they say something along the lines of, they noticed a lot of Aegis and heavy armor coming onto the island, that there was some sort of boat that docked, and they're going through the street and they seem to be looking for someone or something.
Ooh.
all right,
Okay.
I'm taking notes.
Thank you. So that's what you learned during this encounter. And then for those who are newer in the chat, Andrew, do you care to explain a little bit about Aegis?
Heck yeah. Aegis is a god and a group of people and also an island. If that sounds confusing, that's because to non-Aegis it can be. So practitioners or followers of Aegis not only identify themselves as Aegis, but they wear little masks so that they all match. And Aegis is all about protecting those who cannot protect themselves and maintaining a cohesive whole. So they're a very kind of community-driven religion.
I would probably want to follow up with Digit at some point to see if he knows anything.
This would be a great time if you want to RP that out.
Yeah, Digit's munching on a potato at the bar.
I'll approach, sit beside him, and I'll kind of whisper, Digit, I've been hearing some rumors. There's been an increase in Aegis activity on the island.
Oh, an increase in Aegis, you say?
Yeah.
You know what they're doing here?
I guess they're strapped. They've got people in heavy armor, and
Whoa.
people have noticed a strange boat docked.
Okay.
Seems to be related, and they seem to be looking for someone or
Well-
something. Do you know anything about this?
Your typical agents of Aegis are going to be wearing light armor, if any at all. So it's wild that they're bringing in heavy armored guys. And I guess... oh, sorry, Tori, you were going to say?
I think you're going to ask the question that I have the answer to, but go ahead and ask it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what does Digit know about these heavy armored dudes? This seems odd.
Right hand.
Oh shit! Oh, that's bad.
Oh boy.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I'm gonna revise my answer a little bit. When you say that they're heavy armored, this isn't just strange. Like, Digit's like, oh, that's not good. It's the right hand of Aegis. They're the more militaristic branch. You see, I'm with the left hand. We're more kind of peacekeepers, diplomats, fixers. And, well, in a way, the right hand are fixers as well.
Fix people's faces by breaking them and then putting them back together in a different shape.
Yeah. Thank you, bar patron. But, yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, it's not good that the right hand are here. This might have something to do with, and I don't know if I shared this with the rest of the group. I was told by my, kind of supervisor that some Aegis, folks have gone missing. Some legs. They're kind of like, the working class.
Legs, got it.
I wonder if the right hand are here looking for them, or if it's something unrelated.
I wonder. I don't know much about the structure of your organization. Do you think you would be able to approach one of these right hands to inquire about who or what they're looking for and why they're so strapped?
Tori, do you think an agent of the left hand could approach some agents of the right hand without undue?
I would say you are supposed to be stationed here, and the right hand would know that. But you also know your supervisor said, hey, the right hand is looking for these legs, and I need you to find that leg or those legs before the right hand does. So take that with what you will. If you want to think a little bit more into it, roll me an insight.
Yeah, sure. I'll think a little bit more into it. I'm always down for thinking.
Man, I've never once.
I don't know nothing about no thinking. Oh, I don't know why that rolled an advantage.
Well, it's still a 21 because it's on the left side. With a 21, you know that they won't be outright hostile to you. If anything, they'll be very excited because you are Aegis and they are Aegis and we are all Aegis. But based on what the palm had told you originally, if you go, hey, what you doing here? You know, that might invoke some
Suspicion.
not so great feelings and suspicion, yeah, being one of them. So that's something maybe you need to be a little bit wary about. If you're very coy and work your magic, maybe you can extract information without asking those exact questions. Another thing to keep in mind too is if they catch on that you might be looking for those legs, you know the means in which the right hand will keep Aegis safe, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna cause an incident.
You won't be in danger. Your friends might be.
Digit will express all of this to Zigzel, and he'll essentially summing it up. Yeah, I think if we were to approach them and maybe not be forthright with everything we know, we could
Then we would be, as my mother used to say in her journal, treading on thin ice.
I believe that would be the expression here. But it might be worth it, especially if there are no other leads. At the very least, I'd like to see what the right hand are up to myself. Maybe, do they operate during the day? Or is this something we could do after talking to Travok?
Would I know that, Tori?
You would not know from what the person had said, but I'm sure that is something that you guys can go and find out. Something that I think Digit would know is seeing an armed battalion of the right hand, they stick out. Won't be hard to ask, like, hey, where are those armed Aegis going? Where are they at right now? Chances are everyone around the island very well knows where they are.
Oh yeah, the foreign army?
Yeah, the foreign army that's occupying us, and we really don't have a choice.
That's super scary. Oh, did we lose somebody?
We
We
lost
lost
Liam. There he
Liam.
is.
Liam's back.
Okay, that was weird. Just ran. It's good, but
Liam,
I'm here
did you
now.
use the bathroom? That was very quick.
Oh, I have known to be able to do so in expert mode, so...
Nightmare mode.
Okay, so is this
Okay.
something that you guys want to follow up with now? Is this something that you guys want to follow up with later?
I
And
would-
do you tell the rest of the group?
Oh, I think Digit would want to tell the rest of the group.
Yeah, and I would leave that up to Digit because he has his lead as well.
I'm leaning towards it seems like maybe waiting until we have a better lay of the land before approaching them might be a good idea. I think Travok first, then the right hand might be a good idea. Especially like we don't know their hours of operation or whatnot, so it might be a good idea to tread carefully rather than rush in.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna then have us, unless there's any more scenes, I'm gonna have us fast forward to the evening so you guys can go and get Travok. So something that is very, very lucky for you guys is the Merc Guild is actually really close to the Tipsy Tower. So it's not too far of a trek, and it is evening, so that should make you guys blending in a little bit easier. Is there any special precautions you guys do as you head off to Travax?
I believe Sophie has some like traveler's clothes. So she's gonna put that on, maybe like do her hair different, and she'll probably also not walk like she usually walks.
All right, do you have a disguise kit or disguise kit proficiency?
Oh, hold on, let me double check.
Guy's kit is a sort of tool, would it be? Or
I
would
thought
be
that I
something
had
else?
it, but it's not showing in here.
I want to know how.
I thought I did
these
because I'm a bard.
multi-tool
I
Yeah, I
remember
think
it being in there.
transforms into a disguise kit.
I mean, how does a multi-tool transform into a goddamn saw for a fucking woodsman's tools?
That's fair.
It's magic.
Oh, man, that actually
Yeah.
does sound cool though. Like it rearranging to become a disguise kit. Like a compartment opens up and there's makeup.
I straight up just have an item in here called Traveler's Clothes.
Okay, I just needed to know for the role, but it sounds like V wants to help.
Would you consider a disguise kit of tools for like the purpose of my magic item?
For right now, I'm going to rule it yes. I'm going to research into it later.
Yeah, I'd have to do the same, so... Alright, V would help. Right, so, what would I need to roll?
This would be a charisma check with your proficiency.
Alrighty, so... I'll just roll deception because that's the same thing. If that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That was to the GM, but it's 16.
It's a 16. Make sure you take that off of GM.
Sorry.
So yeah, Selfie looks like a different person. You seem like you tell V your vision. You sit down, you're like, okay, let's do this. Like I have this outfit, I have this, and then like the makeup goes on and like it's a show. You're just like, I
Voila.
am this person now.
I'm not me. She'll be like, I'm Sarah, okay?
Sarah.
I'm
Sarah,
Sarah, and I'm gonna help you find your third eye, okay?
How do you spell Sarah?
SARIACH.
Amazing.
Sarah.
Does anyone else take any steps to not be themselves when they go outside?
Digit will draw on eyebrows.
Okay.
No, he just like draws a pair of angry eyebrows over his mask.
I think he tries to just give himself thicker eyebrows, but he does a pretty shit job, and he looks a little sad now.
Wouldn't your eyebrows be hidden behind your mask though?
They're peeking up just a little bit, which is why he looks sad.
Oh.
All right. Carva, V, and Zigsil, do you guys do anything?
Okay. You guys updated V on what's happening, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
On
we
the
would have
party?
shared this with
Alright.
everyone.
Alright, if that's the case. V has a pair of... I've been flavoring V's detect magic as like a pair of goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be alright if V just puts those on?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you guys if this is successful or not successful. I'm just letting you
Yeah. I'm just making sure that it's alright with you to have a pair of goggles.
Makes sense.
Mm.
As
Alright,
long as
that's
they
what
do
V would have
nothing.
on. I mean,
Right.
technically, I cast detect magic, but that's a spell he has. It's just not activated.
All right. Carva and Zigzil.
So, Carva only has like. She doesn't have a disguise kit or anything. She does have traveler's clothes. She may have a change of clothes she can change into. I don't know if she'd have something hooded. Probably. But could she, instead of focusing more on like her appearance and being deceitful or like sneaky that way, can she maybe think of a way to get to the Merc Guild that's like more sneaky as far as like a route, or like maybe suggesting we don't go as a big group, we split up kind of thing? Or
I
don't
think
know.
that's totally fine, and that's in your wheelhouse. I'm just going to have you roll me a general stealth. And this will determine like the course of action you think would be best.
14.
14. Okay. So you definitely think don't go in a big cluster. They're probably looking for all of you. So break it up into pieces. Stick to the shadows where you can. Don't attract attention. That sort of thing.
Is it nighttime?
It is evening, yes.
I'll probably I guess I'll pretend I'm just a wandering drunkard and kind of just like start slurring, stumble around while kind of making my way through the.
Okay, roll me a performance.
Can I assist him by trying to assist him in his walk?
Yes. Roll at advantage. 12, okay. So you all kind of break out into these smaller groups. You head out. I think because Zigsil and Selfie are helping each other out, I'm going to have you guys go as a pair. I think Carva, you take the lead, probably just kind of scouting out ahead, because that just seems like kind of your natural forte. It's just like, I'm going to kind of poke my head out, and if something bad comes, I know how to hide. And then I think V and Digit go last. So you all kind of make your way through. Carva, you're easily able to get there. You wait a few minutes and you see that Zigsil and Selfie get there. You guys are kind of keeping up the show until you get to an alley, and then I imagine you guys kind of duck in and you're just like, oh, you're a little bit sore because of the weird walks, but you both made it. But I am going to change the music.
Ooh. Vibe swap.
Cowman and Goggles Boy.
Oh boy.
As you are walking down the street, can we hear the music? There we go.
Yeah.
As you are walking down the street, you see there are these tall buildings on either side of you. There are a few alleyways. It is dark. There's just the thinnest splash of light, flickering candles. When you hear, not a cat. Not a cat. Okay, stop. We hear thunk, 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 as a drum beat of in sync footsteps are heading down towards you. You both have pretty high passive perceptions. You both recognize a battalion of heavily armed Aegis heading your way. They haven't spotted you yet, but we are going to treat this like a skill challenge.
Boy.
So, you need 4 successes before 3 failures. You do that, you will not be spotted. If you choose to be spotted, then the skill challenge ends.
Well, V, without even asking or thinking, is going to cast invisibility on himself.
Ooh.
And he's going to look at he's going to look at Digit and say, "Well, Aegis, this is your show." And he's going to turn a button or turn a knob on an armband on his right arm, and then he will be cloaked in a crap. I can't remember what they're called. They're just called cloaks or something, aren't they?
Invisibility cloak. Or
Kinda, yeah.
The oh man.
Cloaking field.
Yep.
Cloaking field. That's the one.
Okay.
Cloaking
And
device.
he'll go invisible. Thank you.
So that is 1 success. There's still 3 more to get. Digit, something you would see is this battalion takes up the entirety of the street, and they are between you and the Merc Guild.
Oh, so we've got to get past them one way or the other. Does it look like there's any clearance to sneak around them, or would it be the most direct path is through?
So you see that there are a bunch of tall buildings around you. That's a potential avenue to get around them. There are back alley streets. But you can... I should have made you do a thing, but fuck it, I'll give it to you for free. Those are the things you see around you as potential avenues. There's always the way back as well.
All right, cool. I think seeing these buildings, Digit is gonna turn to the rest of the party. He's gonna whisper, "Let's."
Oh, they're not there.
The
It's
rest of the
just
party.
you and B.
And
Oh,
V's invisible.
all right. In that case, Digit is going to try and do some parkour to try and like Assassin's Creed style get up one of these buildings, get verticality on these guys.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. 19.
That's a success. You're very easily able to, and you've been here for quite some time, many months. So you're easily able to kind of gauge and get some footholds, and like, you know, the whole Mario thing where you jump off of the walls. Do that
Chris
stuff.
Pratt.
It's you do the Chris Pratt.
That
God.
hurts.
All right. You guys have 2 successes, no failures. You need 2 more successes.
And it's still me and B.
It's still you and B.
Yeah.
B, you see Digit jump up and get out of these dudes' way, but you are still down
So
where they are,
walking...
and they're marching towards you.
All right. No, I can't do that because that's technically an attack roll that would break invisibility.
Around you are very tall buildings, and you also
Yeah.
see alleyways.
Are there any... Well, that's going to be what V does then. V is going to just move over to an alleyway and just press up against the wall and wait for them to pass.
Roll me a stealth check.
Alrighty. Advantage because of invisibility?
Mhm.
Excellent. Stealth. Here you are.
Excellent.
Natural 20.
Perfect.
Yeehaw.
That is a success.
It's almost as if he's invisible. Because he is literally invisible.
So, that brings it back to you, Digit. You see them marching towards them. They're marching past the way where you and V just were. They're like pretty much right below you. You see far up ahead your friends standing by the Merc Guild. What do you do?
Ooh. Okay. What Digit wants to do is look for I know that he's on the roof of a building currently, but something that isn't one of his shuriken and isn't his chakram that he can throw to create a distraction. I'm thinking like if he can get like a shingle off the roof or something, throw
Easy.
it like a discus and like
Mhm.
hit like a lamp in the distance to get them to divert course and go a different way.
Yeah. You easily find like a something to throw. Go ahead and make me a, I guess shuriken is the closest, and then we'll subtract your proficiency.
Yeah, I'll do a little dart toss.
Yeah.
-3. Damn.
Success. You easily crack open this candle lamp, and it bursts and the flame goes out, and immediately you see most of these guards snapping their attention to it, and they are immediately heading that way.
And then I think Digit's gonna give like a thumbs up to V now that he's kind of created that diversion.
All right.
Just thumbs up to an empty space where V was.
He assumes you're still there.
All right. So you guys have passed your skill challenge, and we are going to bring you to the Merc Guild. Let's make this music nicer.
All right. I assume that like once they're past and Digit has jumped back down from his perch up above, V is just going to reappear next to Digit and say, "I'm surprised, Aegis. I thought you might have wanted to speak with them, but this works better."
Better to speak when we have more information on our side. I think Travok first, then we can deal with these guys.
Surprisingly reasonable of you. Well, let's continue on.
All right. So you guys get to the Merc Guild. You're able to get in just fine, just because Digit's with you. And you get escorted back to Travok's office. Again, you see it is a mess of paperwork strewn about. There's like corkboards up with like 12 different people's schedule, and like there's the red little line circling through and crossing out and being like, no, here, and then like arrows, and it is a cacophony of mess and chaos. And you see hunched over his desk in his dapper little bow tie with huge bags under his eyes, sweating, so tired looking. It's Travok. And upon entering the room, sees you, Digit, and goes, "Oh, Digit! Oh, I'm so glad you made it back safely."
Hello, Travok. You may not recognize me because of my disguise, but it's me, Digit.
Yeah.
That's an audible facepalm.
Takes him a minute. A long minute where you guys hear the wheels grinding in his head before he goes, "Shh! Come in! Shut the door! Quick, 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 quick!"
Oh, okay. And I'll shut the door and I'll come in.
Why are you here? Don't you know you're wanted?
We're actually just now kind of learning that. Wait. Hold up. Could you repeat that? We're wanted?
You're wanted. You committed treason.
Wait. V, when did we commit treason?
All of you guys are here at this point, by the way.
I assume it is something to do with the fact that we were escorting a boat that had an anchor creature smuggled onto it, again, without our knowledge.
No, it's because you guys stole a boat from the Merchants Alliance.
We didn't steal any boats.
That's what they think you did.
Oh, typical Merchants Alliance.
Sophie's gonna roll her eyes and be like, "Oh, she's got so much explaining to do." And a few people in her party would know she means the captain.
Yeah. And V's just like pinching his brow. So which I did we not dot or T did we not cross for this to get, well, laid on us?
You were supposed to deliver it, and then we haven't heard back from Dyer. They were supposed to send a shipment, and then we just assumed that the boat got destroyed. And then you're here with the boat, and you're not supposed to be.
Wait,
Okay.
have you
Understand.
not heard of the attack on Dyer?
What attack? And you see, he's doing this whisper, but you could see like his little cheeks are getting red.
Oh.
Sophie will essentially kind of recount to him and just be like, "All right, so we took the boat to Dyer.
Yeah.
When we arrived on Dyer, we found a stowaway who was corrupted with Anchor and was going to essentially explode. We basically he was on the boat. We got him all healed up. He's fine now. He's great. He helps us out with stuff, but a lot of bad shit happened on Dyer, okay? And she'll recount the rest that, like, okay, there were some librarians trying to steal some shit, and the arcane consulate on that island is now just a stone statue, and that's not great. And then we were trying to go somewhere else to warn someone else, and it's a whole thing.
We told the King of New Haven.
Which was probably not the best idea, to be honest.
No. She probably wouldn't mention that. She'd be like, we went to New Haven and dealt with some shit, and now we're here.
So you all explain this to Travok, and you just see him slumped down in his chair, and he's rubbing his temples, and he's just leaning back, staring at the ceiling. The chair is too big for him.
Oh.
And he's just kind of like, oh God. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's a lot to take in.
Sophie will go around and be like, do you want me to rub your shoulders a little bit? You look stressed.
Yeah, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Let me know if it's too hard or anything, okay? And she'll just start kind of soft, but then, nice.
Yeah. So Travok takes a minute to kind of compose himself before he goes, all right, well, good news and bad news. Good news, Digit, you've always been a stand-up guy. I trust you. You wouldn't lie to me, and you haven't secretly been like a pirate this whole time, right? You tell me.
No, he just doesn't do pirate stuff.
Great, okay. So that's the good news. I can get you guys in to talk to someone. The bad news is someone probably have already sent guards this way. This is what I can do for you guys. We probably have a good 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 10 minutes.
Ooh.
You can ask whatever questions, you can go through, investigate, whatever, see what I can do to help. By the time that 10 minutes ends, I'm going to need you guys to tie me up, and I'm going to pretend that you bamboozled me, and I will meet up with you guys later. Where are you staying?
We're staying at the Tipsy Tower, yeah.
Great.
Indeed.
Cool. I'm going to help you guys. I'll get you in contact. I have friends in different places. Fuck. So bad. This is so bad.
Okay, so who set the warrant for this particular, infraction?
Someone... Infraction, you mean the treason?
Well, we didn't commit... we have not committed treason.
Alleged treason.
Who did it?
Fine, alleged. Yes. Anyway, point. Who did it?
Someone in the Merchants Alliance. God. What's his name? Tori needs to look up that fucking
Would that be the one who hired you?
Theodore
Yep.
Thaldwin.
It's the one that hired you.
Let's see. It's not Zolas on there.
Right.
Okay, damn it. I don't think I have him on my list. Shit.
We're eating into the 10 minutes, though.
Selphie will then ask if
Is it-
they know anything about the captain and if she has been here recently and if they know why she was involved.
You mean Zen? I mean, I haven't seen her since you guys left.
Have you
She
heard
had
any
leave with us.
rumors of her last known location?
I mean, you should know you were there. And he points to Selphie. Selphie will remember Travok was the man you saw on the ship that had that heated discussion with the captain before you left.
And she'll be like, all right, so that's the last you saw of her and that's the last you've heard of her.
Yeah.
Have you seen...
Is
Oh, sorry.
there anyone else that would know where she's been recently?
I mean, she's got big ties with the Merchants Alliance.
So we're fucked. Okay.
I mean, not really. I have connections there, and maybe if you explain your case.
Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Anyway,
maybe we
Gidget?
could get our heads cleared. Do you
Oh,
know any hotbeds of like Azure Taker or librarian activity on the island?
Hazard takers.
We think the captain's
Look around
got
the
ties to
Sailor
both.
Union.
Sailors Union.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Any idea on the librarians? I know they're slippery and hard to get a handle on, but
The who?
purple. They wear a lot of purple.
Sorry, buddy, I can't help you there.
That's fair.
Makes
That's
sense.
fair.
Worst comes to worst, we're probably going to leave this island if we can't explain our case. And to be quite blunt, I'm not sure we can. The Virtuous Alliance is not known for being flexible.
Oh, here's a question. I don't know if you deal with a lot of like imports and things like that. Have you been getting a lot of meat from New Haven?
That's a very good
Yeah,
question.
actually.
Get rid of every single bit of it, because the meat from New Haven is likely tainted with anchor corruption.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get rid of the stuff that's here, but if you want to talk imports, exports,
Where does it
Oh, you're
go when it comes here? Like who's dealing with that meat?
warehouses with the Merchants Alliance.
Oh, for
Okay.
fuck's sake.
Okay, so Merchants Alliance is bad.
Yeah, that's... I don't know
I
about
don't-
bad.
Well, they're bad, let's be completely honest with ourselves. They are absolutely
They're
bad,
just
but I don't
bad,
think...
but this is
I
bad.
don't think they're complicit, is the question here. I don't think they're complicit in this. They're probably being, well, fooled.
Several times over.
Speaking
Okay.
of which, have
It's
you...
not...
Oh, sorry.
Well, let me put it to you this way, Selfie. I was working with him for a long time, and he's got a gesture to his blue shirt.
10 minutes,
I
guys.
don't think... Yeah, anyway, sorry, moving on.
So... Fuck, I had something. What was it? I lost it. Damn.
What's that?
It was something to do with the special meat. Something to do with who... Oh, right. Have you noticed more missing persons cases than usual? Like, have people been going missing?
And he thinks for a while, and he goes, I mean, some of our boys have been going missing, but I just assume they found better jobs with the Sailors Union.
You might want to check in on that.
You definitely want to follow up with those.
Also, maybe go
Yeah.
vegetarian for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just full vegetarian for a while.
Flexitarian,
Really.
Great.
And if you know anyone in imports or exports, get them to look into that meat very carefully.
Yeah.
And
I
I
am
feel
not
like I
kidding
should
when I
change
say
the
that.
music.
Yeah, was
Right?
it really cheery?
Carva, Zig, any questions?
Only, like, is it necessary for us to tie you up and implicate us in bad stuff even
Or
more?
just knock 'em
Can
out.
we just like leave and stealth away like we came in?
Listen, if they think I know, that's still too fucking peppy. If they know that I know where you are, I'm not gonna lie. I can't. I'm very bad at being cool under pressure. It's not something that comes naturally to me. I sweat a lot and I stress blurt and it's bad. And I sweat so much. I've sweated through this entire shirt. And he lifts up his arm and yes, he has sweat through the entire shirt.
No, buddy.
Hey, one last
Aw.
question. One last question. Would this office be in a hell to reorganize?
Yes, it's very particular, my organization system.
Then you're probably going to hate me for the next while, but this will make things a lot easier. Everyone step outside the building, please.
Oh no. Sophie's gonna pat Travik on the shoulder and be like, I am so sorry.
Sorry, we gotta wreck your
I'm
office, buddy.
sincerely sorry. And she'll start walking out like, I can't control him. I can't make him stop what he's about to do. And
You
I'm
gave this
so
guy a shoulder
sorry.
massage and you're just like, I'm sorry, dude. This is all I can do for you. So you step out. Before you guys leave, is there any investigating of any documents you want to do in this place?
Oh,
This
This
very
is
good
me
point.
saying
Investigation.
once you leave here, it's going to be a while before you can come back.
What do you guys think document-wise?
Import and export documents. What shipments of meat have come from Dyer? That's what we would look for first.
So in this particular place, stuff that you would find would be records for contracts that were taken out, where people were hired, and why people were hired.
Wait,
Gotcha.
Oh,
Zigzil,
anything
you were-
related to
you were
Dyer would be good
masquerading.
then.
You were masquerading as a librarian. You might know more about like their codes and stuff. Like I know a lot of these dudes are probably getting tricked into dealing with the meat, but like would you be able to help us find any secret librarian stuff here?
Tori?
It's worth a shot. I would say you would know a little bit more than everyone else because you did have that connection. It would be very passive, but it would still give you wouldn't roll at disadvantage, whereas everyone else would.
Would V be able to assist Zigzil to give him advantage?
I think Zigzil could tell you like the names of things, and yeah, that would give Zigzil advantage.
All right. That's what we'll do.
Okay. So investigation.
Investigation advantage. 16. Beautiful.
There we go.
You find a few things. The thing that sticks out to you is the particular. You're going to hate me for this. The contract taken out where you guys were hired originally to go to Dyer by the captain. You see very specifically, and it's kind of coded in librarian language. You were hired on, your name was given specifically to come onto this ship. You note that there was also a request to have someone from Aegis be on this vessel, someone from the Salvation to be on this vessel. And as you guys remember, Carva wasn't supposed to be on this boat. Clara was supposed to be on this boat.
Ah.
And then there was a specific request for V to be on this vessel.
By name?
By name.
Oh boy.
Selfie is the only one not mentioned in this document, but Selfie would remember she was specifically told by the captain, keep an eye on them.
So you said I was also mentioned by name, right?
Yep.
And I was supposed to keep an eye on all of you.
Yep.
Holy
But
shit.
it is all coded in librarian language.
Also, we know that the captain specifically told Gavik not to touch us.
Yep.
I'm going to look at V. I'm going to look at V kind of intensely. And I'm going to ask, what do the librarians have on you?
That's an excellent question. I'd very much like to learn myself.
You have 15 seconds left. Is there anything else
All
you would
right,
like
everyone
to do?
out.
Everyone out. Let the man do his work.
We'll let him go, yeah.
All right, I'm going to
And
stop the timer here
What was
because
the half
this.
save again?
I'm going to stop the timer
Uh-huh.
here because this would serve as like the time elapsed. So this would be the last thing you do. Travok looks at you and goes, "Is this going to hurt?"
You're a sturdy person, aren't you?
No.
It's not
Then you
enough.
might want to flip a table and hide behind it. I'm being genuinely serious with that.
Okay. He takes a few of the handmade cards that he's been making, and he sadly flips the table and documents scatter. You see him crying a little bit, and he just takes the handmade cards and he tucks behind the table.
I've
V is
never
going to
seen
cast
this.
Thunderwave in the middle of this office.
Oh no!
You all make
V
it
is going to once Tavok is behind the table, V is going to take out the disc, put it on the ground, and just stomp on it with all his strength, and it'll ring out this thunderous blast of energy or just force all around him, scattering documents, destroying the office.
All right, perfect. So you go ahead and you do this. This is where I'm going to pull the beacon token for you guys. There are no guards in the area.
Yay,
Hey,
Beacon!
nice.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you, Beacon.
Awesome.
Oh, Sky
All right.
Daddy, thank you.
So
I-
go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, I assume when V comes out, we say, "Hey, what up? What'd you do?" It's horrible, isn't it?
Oh, it's probably going to wreck his life for the next few months, but at least he won't be under suspicion. He could just say, we came in, we blew up his office, and left.
Did the
Which
car?
is kind of technically what we did.
Did the
Sophie's
cards make
gonna,
it
like,
on the
kinda, like-
desk?
Sorry?
Did the cards on the desk make it? Are they all okay?
Oh, he took them behind the
Oh.
desk. I had him hide behind the desk rather than take the full force of the blast.
Thank goodness.
Sophie will still like kind of like sort of like tap his shoulder, like, "Come on, that's kind of mean. Good
What's
job,
the-
but that's kind of mean. Let's go.
Okay, it's
It's funny.
gives him an out. He's probably not going to like me.
You're right, but it was mean. Can you admit it was kind of mean?
Of course it was mean. What the hell did you expect me to do? Say hi?
I just feel bad for the guy. He seems stressed. And Selphie will start walking back to the Tipsy Tower.
Of course he's going to be stressed. Now he's a double agent for apparently wanted criminals. That's what you
Shh, don't
expected.
say it so loud.
Fine, let's go.
All right. So you guys head back to the Tipsy Tower. I think this is a good place for us to take a break. While we're on the break, I want you guys to think about what are you going to do next? Because you still have to follow up with Cal. You now have all this new information. Go from there.
Yeah.
See you guys in
Boy.
10.
See you guys in 10. Whoop!
Take two. Happy Thursday, everyone. I know everyone has been asking a little bit more about the lore of Skyheart, so I am here to provide. So, our story takes place. Our story starts, more so, over 100 years ago. Over 100 years ago, the world as we know it was destroyed by something that burst forth from the center of the earth. It killed everything in its path, killing millions, destroying cities, toppling governments. The world was doomed for death, but it was the power of 11 different magic users that came together and raised small sections of the earth up to the sky, and these became the islands that we know as the Floating Isles, or the Islands of Skyheart. Over 100 years has passed since then, and the cries from the down below have long since faded, but for those who were there, they remember it all. In the time of 100 years, new governments were formed, new factions were created, and we're going to take some time now to discuss those different factions. The first is the Arcane Consulate. That is the group of 11 different magic users that came together to raise these islands. Since the 100 years have passed, they kind of faded from the spotlight. Every once in a while, they all join together, and they join together on the island of the Arcane Consulate. Their charge is currently taking care of the islands and the magics that keep the islands afloat. The second and very important faction is the Azure Takers. These are a group of individuals that saw the rising chaos in the world and kind of took stock of what the governing agencies were doing to manage it, and they didn't quite agree with their methods and didn't quite think they were effective. They serve more so as a vigilante group, and they try to serve the people without the restrictions of rules and regulation. Then there is the cult of Aegis. I say cult because it is a cult. They're a cult group that come from the island of Aegis. They follow the laws and the tenets of their god Aegis, and Aegis demands that they protect the innocent and destroy evil without question. After that are just a few groups that we haven't heard too much about, so I'm going to go through them rather quickly. They're the Ferrymen, a death cult, and they focus on the laws surrounding the rules of death. They are rare to see, and often when they appear, it means someone is deserving of death. There's the Librarians, an extremist group. They are interested in all things arcane and are willing to go to any lengths to get them. And of course, there's the Salvation. They are a pirate faction, and they are hell-bent on getting even with the world. I hope this kind of served to help you guys understand and know a little bit more for when we are talking about the world of Skyheart, and hope to see you soon. Bye.
everybody? We're back from our break, and I hope you are too, because we're playing Dungeons and Frickin' Dragons.
Hi, everyone. So we left off with you guys recouping in... Oh, clapping. Thank you. We are going to... The chat is so nice tonight. Thank you, chat. You all are great.
They're
You
really
all make my
behaving
heart so
themselves.
warm. We are going to have you guys reconvene in the Tipsy Tower. What is your next steps? Do you want to go to bed for tonight? Do you want to follow up with Cow's lead? Do you want to follow up with the Aegis lead? Do you want to discuss the document you just saw?
Yeah, we should discuss the document. That's what
think
that's a
Zix
good
will
idea.
wanna do.
Yeah, and maybe not out in public.
Certainly
you
Oh,
guys-
definitely not out in public.
Very easily get to your room, or one of the rooms you guys have. You guys have 3 rooms, 2 that have twin beds in them, and 1 that has a full-size bed in it.
Also, 2M, this isn't an issue with Toroth. We don't discuss our plans in public. Sorry, just had to get that out there.
It's good advice. It's great advice.
Wait, what? I missed it entirely.
It's a joke for another game. Don't worry about it. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, I was like, wait.
I'll explain later.
I think there's enough
thank
bed
you.
space for everybody. I mean, if Carva and Selfie cuddle, and if Digit and Zig cuddle, then V's got a whole bed all to himself.
Whoa. What makes you think that Carva and I are gonna take some tiny little beds when we could take a whole big bed?
So 1 bed for Selfie, 1 bed for Carva. Digit sleeps on the floor.
All right. No, you guys have 3 rooms. 2 of them have 2 twin beds, and then 1 of them has 1 full bed.
Oh, so no snuggling.
I mean, you guys can choose to snuggle.
Oh, where's Zephyr?
Zephyr will sleep wherever you guys want him to. He was under the impression that he was supposed to sleep on the boat because he's a nasty boy.
Oh, okay. Well, if he wants to sleep on the boat, he can. But I imagine if Selfie has like any extra blankets or pillows, she'll be like, "Do you want to sleep on the floor?"
Also, I just had a thought. Probably a pretty terrifying thought.
Mhm.
The Merchants Alliance only just realized that the boat wasn't at Dire because we brought it here.
Mhm.
How do we know they're not trying to repossess it as we speak?
That's a great question, and I'm so glad you asked.
Oh my god.
I'm so
Listen,
glad you asked that.
we
for the
should-
whole
Someone sent a
class.
message. Someone sent a message to Nanny. Right the fuck now.
I don't have message.
I don't think any of us
You-
have
Or
message.
sending.
Wait, I have message.
anything.
I have message, but I don't have sending. Are we close
Damn it.
enough?
See,
We
you don't
super
even have
aren't.
to do that. Zephyr went back to the boat for the night, and you guys hear just a very on the door.
Hello? Opens the door. Hello?
Zephyr, and he's like,
Yeah, what's up?
the boat's been impounded.
God damn it, I knew it.
Where's Rock? Is he okay?
He's on the boat. They're not letting anyone leave.
Oh, that's
Oh, he's gonna be
concerning.
so mad at me. He's gonna be so mad at me. Is he
I
mad?
I guess
I
we're
hate
gonna have
Tractable
to
food.
deal with the Merchants Alliance before we get to leave.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he was mad. He saw me coming and he hucked a rock at me and he shouted, "Run." So, you know, he is his normal self, which is a coward who won't fight me in person.
Selfie will look at him and point and be like, "You take that back, you little shit."
He throws pockets and he runs.
I hate Tricapital so goddamn much.
Selfie will shout after him to be like, "Lay low and come back to sleep. You can sleep on the floor."
It's hard to find parking here.
It really is.
He immediately got impounded. It's like Chicago.
Yeah, womp womp.
Selfie will turn to the others and be like, "Well, we have to deal with this, like, now, I guess."
Waltzing into the Merchants Alliance headquarters and just saying, "Hey, we didn't commit treason," is probably not going to get us very far.
So
Okay, well,
Well,
what was the plan with...
let's backtrack, because Trevok said that he had some pull with some guys. Maybe let's give him some time to work on that. It's the middle of the night right now, so maybe during
That might be
business
our only
hours
option.
we can do our business.
That's probably our only option at this point.
Yeah.
So he's gonna look at them and she's gonna be like, he's gonna be so mad in the morning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we just didn't know, but now we can
Yeah, that's
possibly
true.
follow up on Travok's leads, talk to the Merchants Alliance. He also had friends elsewhere that we could have some feet in the door with. And Zigzil, it sounds like you found some intel on that document. Does it lead us anywhere, or is it just very fascinating and good to know?
It just kind of shows who the librarians were interested in putting on that boat. That cursed boat, it seems.
Question, did we all hear it the first time?
I would say now you guys would be caught up to speed.
Yeah.
Sylvie's gonna look at them and be like, look, all of you were on that list. That had nothing to do with me. Though, to be fair, the captain did tell me to keep an eye on you. Specifically me, to keep an eye on all of you. Which is suspicious as hell.
Especially knowing what we know about the captain now.
Yeah. Carva, make me a general intelligence check.
Oh.
Okay, 19.
19.
You've been kind of quiet, sitting in the back, kind of taking this all in. It starts to dawn on you why this list was specifically chosen. Someone from the Aegis, someone from the Azure Takers, someone from the Merchants Alliance, someone from the Salvation, someone dressed up in librarian colors. This boat wasn't supposed to make it off of Dyer, and there's 5 different factions on this boat.
Supposed to implicate all of them.
It could be swung either way.
Supposed to either implicate all of us or have all the factions implicate each other.
Oh, they'll all be up in arms.
Indeed.
Joke's on them, I'm not a librarian.
But you
No one
dressed.
knows that.
Yep, you were dressed up as one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, does the document say who ordered the crew
The captain.
like this? The captain
Mhm.
did. Okay.
Now the question.
I would, yeah,
Sorry.
obviously I'd share that with everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
The ultimate question now is why? Chaos? Just general chaos to make getting to the Sky Stones easier, maybe?
Maybe cover their tracks, yeah. If everyone's too busy pointing fingers at each other, they're not looking at whoever's trying to collect the Sky Stones.
This also has another implication. If the captain was trying to get the librarians implicated, why is she working with them? Or is there another faction at work here that we are, as of yet, unaware of?
I wonder if there's something to the fact that, Zigzil, you weren't an actual agent of the librarians. You were a double agent. They only wanted it to look like they were implicated. I think they're a secretive enough organization that they don't mind taking a little heat because they know nobody can find them.
It may also be... Zigzil, you were mentioned by name, correct?
That's correct.
Was your cover
Who are
blown?
you?
As was I. Was your cover blown? At any point?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, for me, it's probably very obvious they wanted someone from the Merchants Alliance. And for you, you were a double agent. You are basically 2 factions being implicated in one.
Well, I don't know about that.
It
Well,
could
maybe not now, but...
My other faction's kind of hard to detect.
Well, we're talking about people that were doing something very sneaky. Who knows what's going on at this point?
Although, from what I've been suspecting of my former master, even he could be involved.
It's impossible
Are
to
we
rule anything out at this point.
are we missing any major factions that weren't in that group of 5?
I mean, what was I supposed to represent?
Azure Takers.
Oh. I guess, but still.
In terms of factions not representative that you would know about, the Arcane Consulate.
Okay.
In fact, make me a history check. 'Cause I might, if you roll really high, I might give you something.
Is this for everyone?
Just for Connie. She
Yeah.
asked.
Fair enough.
23?
23. I'm opening up my Google Doc right now.
Woo woo!
Just gotta wait for it to load. Gotta wait.
You know we're getting the good stuff when the Google Docs have to open.
Yeah, the Google Docs has to come out.
Bagels!
Oh god, cattail. So I see someone else is in here with me. The Sailors Union isn't in here technically. And let's see. With a 23. Do I want to give this to you even if I'm going to give this to you? This is something for you to chew on and think about. But this will be for later.
Okay, I got my chewing teeth on.
You've heard of a faction before. It's been whispered about where you grew up. People obsessed with going down below and dragging the rest of them down, everyone around them down with them, returning things to how they were supposed to be. You don't know the name of this group. They're just a rumor. So chances are that's probably why they aren't represented.
Okay. Carver will think on that for a little while.
Chew on that. Just chew on that question.
Zixel would theorize that a bold enough person from the his old faction, the Shrouded Law, could maybe think of trying to do something like this. Can we rule that out?
Based on what you know about your faction, the Shrouded Law, the stuff they did, this is a little bit outside of their scope.
Okay.
Unless they felt truly that the Sky Stones were a thing of evil, meant to harm everyone, they wouldn't go after the Sky Stones. Nor would they go out of their way to pick fights with everyone. It's not their style.
So, with all that information at our disposal, where does that leave us for tomorrow? I think talking to the Merchants Alliance is a good idea. I think maybe hitting the pavement, trying to maybe talk to the Azure Takers or some of the importers that have been getting the special meat might be good places to start.
I think starting with the Azure Takers or Aegis would be a good particular way to go.
I do have a contact in the librarians.
Oh, are they on the island?
It was the halfling, right? The halfling that gave me my original mission, Tori?
Yes. Zol, I think.
Okay, that name doesn't sound familiar. But would I have a line of communication with him?
Orders you were given by this particular individual, they said to wait there and to get on the ship.
Okay.
But you figure if you make enough noise, chances are they'll worm their way out of the woodwork. Also, something I'm just going to give to you guys for free, because you're spending a lot of time with this document. The only one here who has a shred of smokescreen and coverage is Selfie. Nowhere in any document is Selfie listed by name. The other one who also has some smokescreen is technically Carva, because Carva wasn't supposed to be on this ship.
The rest of us are clearly implicated.
Yes.
Selfie might kind of open the question to everyone and just be like, why would that be necessarily? I mean, she and I were friends, sort of, I guess, technically.
Well, make
But-
insight to think back on your relationship with the captain.
19.
19. The captain let you come and go as you please. You were always welcomed on that ship. You and her had a very casual, open, warm relationship to your memory and knowledge.
Yeah, that sounds right. Selfie would be like, we're friends, sort of, I think. I don't know.
I have an interesting question.
Hmm?
So you said only Selfie and
Carva.
Carva were not mentioned specifically by name. Does that mean... Okay, so when it comes to Digit's case,
Mm-hmm.
does he have a given name that was used?
Specifically, it said someone from Aegis, but there would be clear records to indicate that there's only one individual from Aegis that was on the island during that time.
So his involvement is probably like wrong place, right time.
Yeah.
Sort of scenario. Like, hey, we need someone from Aegis. This Aegis happens to be here.
Was there anything
just-
Sorry, go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just like finishing the thought with like saying any Aegis would do. He's here. Bring him on.
Is there anything I can glean from my history that would give me an idea of how did they have my name specifically for? I guess it's because I was a double agent. I was in the librarians, right? This is a librarian document,
Mhm.
so that's probably why. But V, it doesn't. Yeah, there's something there.
Make me a just general intelligence check. And if you roll high, I'll give you a hint. If you don't, you can make your own assumptions.
Nope. I'm a dumb boy.
There's a lot going on, and Zixel's like, okay, there's a lot of brain think about this, but not a lot of stab about this. And stab is usually how we fix these problems.
Stabbing and talking is what I'm good at.
Yeah. I don't know. Vive, why do you think you were chosen?
Thing is, I have a couple of theories, but I don't know what I can say without giving away too much about V.
What would V say to this moment to his party, who's very clearly trying to figure out why this is happening?
V at this point is clearly deep in thought, but I don't think he'd say anything.
Okay.
Which is another implication in and of itself, mind you.
Yeah, I mean, like I've asked V, or Zixel has asked V a couple of times now, like, why would he be mentioned by name, and if he has any ideas. Can I do an insight check to see if he's not letting on to something?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And Liam, do not
Mhm.
roll it to DM if you're going to roll something. It has to be on paper.
17.
Okay.
Alrighty. Then I will.
Thank you.
Okay.
V at the moment is still his usual inscrutable self. He has that, like... Well, I will give you this one. V has two faces, basically. His happy, generally joyous, smart-ass face where he always has a smirk. And then when he is, like, when he is agitated or pissed off or something has really got him angry, you see that face only once. And that's when he got blasted by all those scorching rays a while back, and he was clearly about to put some sort of ploy into play to just get back at the one who blasted him. And now, that face is gone, and he is just the look of absolute cold calculation.
Okay. That, and on top of other things, yeah, just the continuing signs that you've been giving out. I think Zigso at this point would say, "You seem like you're hiding something."
Well, Sam, everyone here is. Let's not kid ourselves. What I am hiding, though, is not relevant, or at least it shouldn't be.
Your name's
And beyond,
on this document.
you're right, it is, and I want to know why. All I was for the entirety of my life here was a very capable engineer. I don't know what would set me apart from everyone else here. I'm a very good engineer, mind you, probably one of the best on this island. Yes.
When V says, I don't know what anyone else would notice me here for, essentially along those lines, when he says that, can I roll insight on that?
Be my guest.
And Liam, if anyone wants to roll insight, I'm going to leave it up to your hands because this is your character choices and decisions. Sound good?
Absolutely.
You are in control of this right now.
So go ahead, roll insight.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
Oh, we're having a
He
good
doesn't.
day.
So what exactly were you trying to find out, or try to glean from your insight?
Essentially, she's kind of like, there's obviously something about V that sets him apart from everyone else. She can't quite put her finger on it, but she's like, what does he think he's hiding that would not, that
Well,
wouldn't make him stand out?
with a 7 insight,
Basically nothing.
basically nothing you can glean. He seems to be genuine in his wondering, like, why me of all people?
So she's thinking to herself a lot like those dumb pop songs. You don't know you're beautiful, sort of, but like you don't know why people think you're noticeable, bro. It's probably what's going on. Then she's like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about?"
Okay. I'm a very good engineer. Not to flatter myself, I'm a damn good engineer, but there are also other damn good engineers on this island. Why not them?
Zixo at this point will kind of stand up, walk over to V, and say, "Well, I've opened up a lot to you. Just, I feel like I don't know you, so I'm gonna just kind of press the paper on, like, kind of just quickly press the paper onto his chest and say, 'Figure it out, engineer.' Kind of walk away."
Oh my god, I'm sorry. That's so cold.
V will set the piece of paper down, and if anyone wants to roll another insight,
I think Digit will. There's a lot going on here.
Sophie will too. What the
A
hell?
lot of feelings, dudes. Leave you alone for like 2 minutes.
Oh man, 14.
15.
and I will roll this one, but this is for my own benefit more than anything else, Tori. If that's all right.
Connie, do you want to roll insight at all?
And this will probably be disadvantage, maybe. Yep, disadvantage. So
1 second, I'm just seeing if Connie
that
wants
was.
to roll insight.
Oh,
on this.
sorry. Yeah.
Sure. I'll roll an insight.
Join the dog pile.
Something that there's something you immediately realized. V is actually a very good liar. Like a very, very, very good liar. Everything he does is well practiced. But when he's actually treated coldly by Zixel, there is a slight crack, and he begins like tapping his finger on the table. Like he's agitated.
Oh.
Selfie will.
But he
notice-
doesn't say anything.
Okay, so do all of us notice this?
Those who roll, well, I don't think Carver would because of that 10. It's just below what I rolled, but yeah. Digit and Selfie both notice this. It's probably the first time, it's like when he's like trying to riddle out a problem, he gets agitated, but he's never been this agitated to the point where he's just tapping on the table, staring at a document.
Selfie will take note of this, and then she's gonna put on a little bit of a show. A really sad, also cold one. She's gonna look at V, and she's gonna go and shake her head and just walk out and not say anything to him, and she's gonna go follow Zig.
Fair enough.
Just to kind of like,
Oof.
how could
Oof.
you hurt your friend like that? The one person who's opened up to you in this party, feeling that's the vibe she's putting out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think seeing all this, Digit wants to kind of
Feel
take a
bad.
moment. I don't think he's gonna get up. He's not gonna like put a hand on the shoulder or anything. He's just gonna stay where he is. He's gonna look at V. He's gonna say, "I think when you're ready to open up, we'll be here for you. Until then, we're still here for you. I'll be back."
Carva like didn't have any insight at all, so she'll look at V and she'll be like, maybe they wanted you on the boat so that you can make sure it got there in one piece. Like, if you're a good engineer, maybe they just wanted to make sure you were on the boat to get it to Dyer successfully. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it. And as Digit leaves, why don't you roll a perception?
Ooh, okay. All right, here's a little perception.
Wouldn't be an insight, this would be like a perception.
14-y weenie.
I'll roll this one at a disadvantage as well to the GMs, just for my benefit.
Oh.
Oh, it's obvious. He's tapping
I
something.
would say Carva would notice this too with that.
Yeah, with a natural one. With a natural fucking one. V is
Oh no.
V like tries to subtly reach under his jacket, and he begins tapping something that's meant to be close to his heart. You hear like the slight tink, but you don't see what he's tapping on. And then he quickly like gathers himself, and then just it's as if that mask gets slapped back on his face, like it's been properly readjusted. Okay, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find someone.
All right.
Something.
So we are going to cut here unless, is there any scenes that you want to do, Selfie and Zigzil, or do you guys feel comfortable cutting to the next day?
I think unless Selfie wants to do something, I'm good.
I am offering bonding time, but it is not required. It's more she'll just go out and just be like, it's okay, and they don't have to say anything, and they can just sit quietly.
Yeah, you guys
Aw.
kind of sit together through the night. You all do some sleep. You wake up the next morning. I would say at this point, your sleep schedule is going to kind of start shifting. So you're probably sleeping mostly during the day, and you're awake at night because that's when you're able to go and do things. Is there anything you want to do to this day, or do we want to fast forward to the meetup that Travok's going to set up for you guys?
I feel like fast forward to the meetup just because, I mean, did we really have any other solid leads?
Did you guys want to follow Cal to where he remembered being before he was taken to the boat?
Yeah, let's
That's
do
probably
that.
a good idea. That's a good idea.
That's a good one.
That's big.
So this would be night 2. During night 2, Cal managed to sneak off the boat. And by that, Nanny had picked him up and thrown him over the side into the awaiting arms of Zephyr. And
my
Cal is now under the impression that
Oh.
Zephyr is one of his best friends, much to Zephyr's
Oh.
chagrin.
Oh.
Because of
Oh, my
course.
sweet summer child.
Because of
Uh,
course.
Because of course, Zephyr caught him in his arms. That has to mean something. But Calston, you kind of explain the situation to him. Calston takes some time to think back. He would let y'all know. The last thing he remembered before waking up on Dire was being, and Zigzil, this will fill your heart with tremendous joy, in the shacks, city, the area surrounding the Sailors Union. That was the place where he had taken the job, where they had asked him to taste test some new food. He was desperate, he was hungry. Any money was money at that point of his life.
Huh.
And this is where they fed you that steak that didn't really taste like what you thought steak would look like? Taste like?
Yeah, it was like some sort of strange meat.
Did you see where they came from or where they went after?
No, I went down there and they were there. And I started to feel really weird. Then I woke up on Dire.
Selphie
Wait a
will
minute.
pat him and say, "That's okay. It's, anything you can remember is helpful, and this has been a lot already."
Sorry, I'm waking up from a stupor. Is this the kid that I met at the very beginning?
No.
Oh.
But I wonder if those kids are still there.
Ooh,
What if
are
they
they?
seen anything?
What a
Mhm.
connection.
Oh, if they've seen
I-
anything.
See any
Good
meat vendors
job.
lately? Illegal looking meat vendors?
You see these suspicious meat vendors.
Show you
ones
my
with thick-
suspicious
thick
meat vendor.
mustaches.
Huh. I guess I'll share with the group. When I first came here, there were a bunch of orphans, kids around the Sailors Union. I met one of them. He was being bullied, and I helped him out with the situation. The group of people took his bread, and I got it back for him. I wonder if they're still there.
It could be worth a shot.
Just knowing that whoever's behind this, the anchor corruption, has been targeting kids and orphans.
Yeah, it's not good. That rubs me the wrong way.
That's messed up.
Do you think we could go there without raising a lot of suspicion? Are there places around there that are easy to traverse in a stealthy way?
Places like this often have a lot of back alleys and not many eyes. I mean, not many people like watching poverty, so
Tori, would the shack that I was hanging out in at the very beginning, would that be a? I was undercover, right?
Technically, yeah, you were awaiting your orders. So you were just told, blend in, don't make any noise. You're going to be hired by this person and you're going to go there.
So I could maybe go back to that same spot, right?
You would pretty reliably know where your shack was.
Okay. I'll say to the rest of the group, yeah, I know a place. Maybe we can lay low over there. See what we can find out.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's go.
Okay. I'm going to ask this again. Anything you're doing to disguise yourselves? Because this is a further trek out.
Would Selphie, I mean, were we required to change before? Or I guess it's been a couple days, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been 24 hours since you
Yeah.
last left. You can choose to, just to kind of expedite this process, you can choose to sneak, you can choose to get really creative with it, you can choose to disguise yourselves. What do you
She's
decide?
already had one look And she'll probably play off of that, but maybe just do something just slightly different. So it's a little bit different.
And I think
Did we?
Digit would also approach Selfie, seeing her like apply this disguise. Kind of, he's gonna be like, hey, I'm kind of big and hard to disguise, but could you give me a hand? I don't know
Hey,
how to
I-
make
Ooh,
myself look not
she
like
has
Digit.
an idea actually for Digit then. What are you trying to say, David? Keep interrupting. What are you trying to say?
I had a. Okay, so she can use her disguise kit on everybody.
I don't have a disguise kit. I just
Oh.
have clothes.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay, but Sophie carries makeup for like performances, right? So what if she just took a bunch of eyeshadow and like he's got different patterns, right? On his skin fur?
On his fur?
Fur? Is it fur?
It's like
Hide?
cow fuzz.
Hide on his hide,
Yeah.
right? So she's gonna take the darker colors and add some more spots. Make you look like a different cow completely.
Oh, new spots.
A whole new cow. And she'll say, look, you're not even the same guy.
Wow, my spots look different.
Yeah, that's the idea. And she'll add like a couple more, like if he's got any spots on his face, like maybe at his nose and stuff.
If
I
you
have
wanted to
a-
make him look different, you should probably also change the patterns on his mask.
Ooh, hold on. She'll look at Digit and she'll be like, is that okay?
It washes
What if-
off, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, the patterns of an Aegis mask are typically unique for each one, so making them look different would do a lot to make him seem like a different Aegis.
Good. I've got some blue eyeshadow. Could probably put that on there.
Okay, as long as it comes off.
She'll show him it comes off. She'll put it on her own skin and then rub it off and be like, see, it comes off.
I love how
Okay.
that went over everyone's heads.
Oh, I missed it. What'd you say?
I think I missed the joke.
It's not a joke. It was a little bit of a hint.
Oh,
And we
each
missed-
Aegis
and we-
mask
Oh my
patterns
gosh,
are
thank
different.
you. Okay, all right. I picked that up. Finally.
How would he know? How would he know that? Is the question.
Yoo-hoo.
Sophie,
Because he was part of Aegis. We've been
she'll
over
be
this.
doing this and maybe she'll like look, maybe she'll like kind of glance back at V like,
What? It was just a
And then-
suggestion.
And she'll be like, okay, we'll see how this goes. But then, mental note.
It's like I'll then speak up at this point and be like, it's like, you sure know a whole lot of. It's almost like you're one of them.
That's a slow head turn. I can assure you I'm not.
Well, I can assure you he isn't one either.
Anymore.
Anyways,
This
I
is a
have,
hilarious jape.
I have an idea.
Trust me, I wouldn't be caught dead when wearing one of those masks.
I know a thing or two about medicine and what a sick person looks like. Maybe, Selfie, could you use that makeup of yours to make us all look a little sickly with my help? And then we can go around through the town and people wouldn't want to get close to us because we look so bad.
Sophie will be like, hell yeah, that sounds great.
But then hold up.
He's a pretty
Wouldn't that
intelligent,
then make it so that people wouldn't want to give us information too?
That's also a very good point.
Well, just to get to where we're going to be laying low, and then we can,
Yeah, we could wipe it off then.
And then we can look
reverse
real
it.
sick. Okay, all right, yeah, that sounds good.
This is pushing it. Keep in mind, guys, we
For-
don't have a disguise kit.
For Carva, like, would she know what are the kids wearing these days?
They're wearing the cool TikTok clothes.
Spaghetti
shit.
straps and little maxi
Oh,
skirts.
boy.
And big old fluffy jacket.
Hats.
Does anyone have any clothes like that I could borrow?
I have UGG boots.
Look like a young kid.
Yeah, the kids definitely wear UGG boots. So
Smug boots.
Digit has that, and they wear them when they're oversized. It's a statement on the fashion industry.
Digit's Ugg boots are like destroyed because his hooves keep just fucking wrecking him.
I just imagine like Carver stepping out from behind like one of those changing booths, and she's just wearing like 70s disco outfit.
This is what the kids wear, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's it.
It's what the kids wore like
Hello,
100
children.
years ago.
Great. So what I'm hearing though is you guys all disguise yourselves.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
Perfect. So you guys all disguise yourselves. You head out into the night. As you do, drawing my final token for today.
Moif!
Yes, baby.
Ooh.
You guys go along pretty well and good till you reach the base of the beacon tower.
Oh boy.
Wow.
You hear a calliope playing,
Oh.
Oh,
and
no.
you see a figure atop the tower, horns and a tail swishing as they take off this absurdly tall top hat and they shout down to you, "Welcome to the grand show." As light casts down on the five of you. And surrounding you are not only just normal people just trying to live their damn lives, but you see ghostly figures, children racing from one side to the other. You see the seven swords. You see anyone and everyone you have ever met in a ghostly visage, twirling and dancing around you as this jovial music plays and the lights beam down on all of you.
Zixel gets a sudden craving for a milkshake.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Does he start talking like Daniel J. Lewis?
No.
Digit clutches the little potion that's around his neck on the little necklace. He's not going to drink it, but he's just holding it.
Drink me. This all kind of plays out around you, and you see they get into this weirdly fast rhythmic, too fast for usually like the normal human eyes to keep up with, like waltz, as they all kind of blur together. And as this kind of cacophony of sounds and lights swirl around you, the night goes dark. And you're standing at the base of the beacon tower. The light isn't on you. You are all standing alone on the cobblestone streets.
V is going to check over his person. Is anything missing?
Probably a
You-
good call.
Look over. And you kind of feel over. And you feel over your chest. Feels bigger. That thing that you keep by your heart. As if it's whole again.
V, without hesitation, activates invisibility and disappears.
All right.
Oh.
And he is going to go and have a look at it.
You can't see it. You are invisible, and it is.
Well, once he is out of like everyone else's eyesight, he is
Oh,
going to
okay.
look at it.
How far away are you getting from everyone else?
Probably a good 120 feet at least.
Great.
He is just absolutely away from them.
Okay. So, Liam, it is up to you. I can say what it is.
Whisper it to me. I like leaving the rest of the party in suspense.
Oh,
Because it's
damn.
funny.
No.
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
So, I would say that V, we
Well,
both know
I'll-
what's under your shirt.
Yep, I'll whisper it to you and you can give me a yes or no.
Okay. Yes. You see the thing that is under your shirt is whole and complete.
Oh, the fuck.
And
Why?
as you are 120 feet away, all of you hear thunk, 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 thunk as a battalion of Aegis head straight towards the beacon tower between the two groups. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh yeah, we're talking ages next time.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
The right
I hate
hand and
this
the left
race.
hand about to meet.
They're about to shake hands or punch each other. Either way.
High fives, high fives.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming back. We missed you very much during our month-long break. Next time we will be playing is in October. We will be playing October 8th at 7:30 Central Standard Time. We hope you had a great time. Is there anything else you guys would like to say before tonight ends?
Ooh, this might be fun. Takeaways, anybody? Big takeaways?
Theories?
V was definitely part of Aegis a long time ago.
I'm thinking this is just off the cuff, but Tori, what was your takeaway? Favorite moment from the session?
Oh, of course.
Favorite moment from this session. I love so much that Liam split the party. My ass is so extremely
What a
excited.
wonderful gift. I absolutely love that Zigzil, using his connection to the librarians, was able to read into this contract that we had never given much thought. And like it's like a Matrix moment. Like we can see the hands of fate, or at least the hands of the captain, trying to manipulate us into becoming fall people, patsies. We have no idea yet. It's just so cool.
I have a
What was your
theory
big
that-
takeaway? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, I really loved. Okay, first off, everyone was great, but I really love Zig using his relationship with V to crack the mask a little bit, so to speak.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. He got pretty tense there, and I think you know what? Very good. I loved it. 10 out of 10. Good job.
Very nice.
I like how I ended this session with even more questions about V than I started with.
True.
That means I've done my job well.
That's an impressive feat. We already had lots of questions to begin with. We are now very curious. David,
I'm
what
going
was your big
to-
takeaway?
Yeah, I'm going to put a theory down that the captain is not our enemy.
You think so?
I want you to be right, but I also have no idea.
I'm going to put this out there. Maybe she's trying to get us to join her, you know? Like kind of a we're not so different, you and I kind of thing.
Or maybe she just needs us alive for a specific reason.
But favorite moments, guys. Favorite moments.
That
David,
discussion.
did you have a favorite moment you want to share with the class?
Yeah, the V stuff was pretty good with Vixel. Yeah. Yeah, the notes, or the note that we found was a pretty big, like, whoa, what the hell's going on?
Hell yeah. And Liam, what was your big favorite moment?
Probably the same thing as Beth's was, just that moment where the mask cracked a bit.
Oh
That's
my
a
gosh.
good moment. It's a good
It
moment.
was.
Oh, second favorite has to be the image of V totally destroying poor Travik's office.
Oh, that was hilarious though.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have also had, now that I think about it, I should have also had, like, Zixel roll for something as well, now that I remember that he just pushed the note into V's chest.
Oh, right. Like a little thing to investigate. Well, maybe next time. But
Well, if we want to, like, quickly roll it now, I can just give him a quick update.
I think it makes he probably wouldn't even been paying attention.
That's fair.
The whole thing, I can justify Zixel's behavior there and kind of actions, because like he's lived a good portion of his life undercover and hidden, and his one of the tenets of his old life was like, you don't draw attention to yourself, that's why you wear the mask. So like to have his name on a piece of paper he was
Oh.
shooketh. So
Yeah, I believe it. Well,
And
we don't want to give too much away.
frustration.
We got to save some for the Sky Talks
Yeah.
podcast, which will be coming out next
Yeah.
February.
Yeah, we obviously we have a post talks pod. Actually, this is a great question for the chat. Chat, would you be interested in us maybe? And this would be something I'm kind of springing out on all of you guys as well. Maybe like once a month or once every 2 months, just us doing like a Q&A with the cast.
Talks Machina.
Works.
I think it's
Yeah.
fun. I think that's a really fun idea. 10 out of 10, yes.
But what do you, the viewers, the audience think?
Phelan?
Do you have burning questions?
You specifically, Phelan. It'd be nice if Pond
Faye
and Aaron
is-
had something to talk about, but Phelan, I need to know.
Faye is great, by the way. And Faye makes me laugh a lot. And also, Faye makes me cry a lot. So, 10 out of 10. Big fan.
I
Aaron's
gotta
never
say-
once made me cry. That's a lie.
You know, going into this session, I wasn't a big Faye fan. Honestly, Faye kind of turned me off, but now I'm a big Faye fan. Totally turned around.
10 out of 10.
I can't remember.
Um,
Have I met Faye before?
Faye is the person that plays the Warlock in my Monday game. And the Warlock that went away and made me cry. And now has a Ranger coming in, whom I'm also in love with. So, like, you know, normal feelings.
Aw.
I'm not tearing up thinking about Alien. You went on a bus, that's right, buddy. Yeah, so that's something that we can talk about. We can open up some question and answers and maybe something we can all discuss in our post talks. But thank you all again for coming in and hanging out with us. We had a great, well, I had a great time. I think you all had a bad time based on
It was awful. Super horrible. Hated it.
Horrible.
I
Never
love
wanna
every-
do it
I
again.
love
Negative
Negative
every
2 out
moment
of
it.
10. I am giving up D&D. I'm stopping the game that I'm running. You've shaken my faith. No,
I mean, I'm personally having a blast, so.
Oh yeah,
Great.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah,
I think
for
we're
real.
all having a great time. I kind of like this, like, I don't know. How would you guys feel about at the end of each session doing like a takeaways kind of thing? Like, what was your favorite moment kind of thing? And then
I love
I
it.
liked it.
cool,
I like
cool.
it.
It seems like it works. It keeps the energy going. And once again, chat, thank you so much for joining us on this wild and wacky ride. Like Tori said, we are going to be coming back with more Skyheart in August. On October 8th. Yes, we're
Yep.
going back in time to give you more. But next week, October 1st, this Friday, I will probably be playing more Psychonauts, but now would be a good time to mention that I want to try and do a spooky month in October. I want to play more spooky games, and to that end, I might try and do more than one stream a week. We will see what happens. We'll see, but I want to try
Oh,
and do
boy.
more than one stream a week. I want to try and get some special guests on here. I want to try and play spooky games for the upcoming holiday of Spooktober. So we'll see what happens. But
I'm
any
excited.
on that note, I think we're gonna end it here. Oh, we should find somebody to raid.
That's a great idea.
Who are we gonna raid?
Absolutely.
What's the vibe tonight? Who's playing Skies of Arcadia?
Just playing Skies of Arcadia is always the vibe.
I always check to see if anyone's playing Skies. Oh shit! My VTuber friend Amore is playing Fall Guys.
Love
who
it.
else? CW Devarian's playing Kina, Bridge of Spirits.
Bridge of Spirits.
Bridge of Spirits. I don't know
wanna
what that
play
is.
that game.
Is that
It's,
good?
It looks cute as hell. I'm super excited to play it.
All right. Oh no. Do we want Fall Guys or do we want Bridge of Spirits? Sounds like CW's crying. Yeah. Let's go raid C-Dubs. Raid C-Dubs.
Sounds great.
All right. I just gotta hit the raid button. Oh, streaming is so hard.
Yeah, it seems really hard.
Oh, I have to hit so many buttons.
Your hair is white from the exertion.
Oh, I am so stressed streaming to twitch.television. Did Streamlabs fucking crash while I was raiding? No, that can't be right.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my
no,
god.
it's still running.
Oh, there we go. Okay, all right, we're going to be
Here we
raiding in a few
are.
seconds. Once again, everybody, thanks so much for joining. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good night and
Goodbye.
Oh boy, here we go.